Today's July 30th. In the summer, I try to do an update once a month just to monitor how stuff's doing. So this is for the end of July. So those Ciagris have really underperformed my expectations. I really thought they would put on more growth. They got hit pretty hard by kind of a late freeze, and it was a light freeze, but they got snowed on and they got pretty tore up, and they have been real slow to recover. They are pushing new growth. This is all new, but it's coming out real slow. The pool is 10 times better than it was. It was super green. I had to use a ton of bleach, or not bleach, chlorine, and copper fungicide. Algicide, I guess is what it is. Whatever, same thing. Melianthus. I finally got all the irrigation set up over here, so it's on a timer now and I don't have to mess with it. Just with a soaker hose. Phoenix robelinii and reclinata, they haven't done much. This Ravinia, I wish it would just die. It looks horrible. That's why I moved it outside, because I got tired of looking at it. Ravinia, in my opinion, are not good house plants. This is all irrigated with drip tubing now as well. Palm Creek area. Bananas are coming back slow on this side. They don't get as much direct sunlight. Look at this one over here. It's the smallest, and it gets shaded out first. It probably only gets 3 hours of sunlight, and then it's in the shade. Trachycarpus fortunei. It's real easy to tell which one is the newest frond, or the first frond I should say, for the year, because they all have this winter damage ring across the leaflets there. So yeah, I left the water in the pool this winter, and I had it covered, but the cover fell down and all the Doug fir needles got in there, and the cones and branches and everything, and the water was horrible. And it has taken this long to get to where I can see the bottom of the pool. So I'm gonna build a platform to cover it for this winter. Garden's doing really well. It's looking good. Camidori microspadics that survived the winter, they're doing wonderful. They all survived. I did not lose a single microspadics this winter. They all did wonderful, even the ones that were unprotected. Or there's only one that was unprotected. It's noon right now. The sun is just coming into the garden. And this jungle garden over here gets between 3 to 6 hours of sunlight. Most of it probably gets around 4. So a lot of this stuff is kind of etiolated, kind of shade grown looking. And the further back, the further on the north side that we go, the more shade and the more etiolation we see. This Trachycarpus is 6 feet tall now, but it's really stretched out and wild looking, and that's why I love this one. I love how stretched out those petioles are. Look how long these petioles are. Dude, they look so cool like that. Fatsia taiwaniana put out a bunch of new growth this year. It has, the trunk is almost doubled in length or height. Albizia julibrisson took forever to leaf out this year, but the trunk, if you look down here at the bottom, if you can see where the brown is, that's where the growth stopped at the end of last year, and it has like tripled in height this year already. So that's cool. Let's go to the other side. Oh yeah, this Terrace Willickiana, the foliage has gotten a lot bigger. It looks really good. I like this. The sun's coming through in broken shafts and illuminating the cordylines and lighting up the Melianthus. That's good. That looks really good. I don't know why my GoPro is being so shaky. It does that sometimes. Manahawk Grammii. This is a cutting that I got last fall. It didn't do anything last year. It looked like a stick, and it didn't do anything. But it's leafing out real good this year. Got another one back down in there. Mahonia oilacensis is buried back up in there. And then I've got another Manahawk Grammii over here. I did not realize Manahawk Grammii is the same genus as Manahawk esculenta, which is called yucca, and it's or tapioca is the common name. It is a staple food for the Amazonians, the natives down there on the Amazon. They've been eating that for, who knows, hundreds of years at least, and it's just a staple. It sustains them, so that's pretty cool. This whole side of the garden I have stopped working on. I've stopped putting plants in the garden altogether because I'm dealing with the reality that I'm gonna have to probably sell this place, or at least try to rent it out while I'm gone. So I put a ton of work into this place. I love this garden, but at the end of the day, I don't own myself. The United States Army owns me, and I knew that when I volunteered to join. So they get to tell me where I get to live, and I actually requested to move so that I could get ahead of them telling me that I have to move somewhere I don't want to move. So we're trying to figure out what to do with this place. Not sure if we'll try and fix it up and sell it, or fix it up and rent it out and let someone else make my mortgage payment for me while I'm... Oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me. Look at that snake. Get out of here. That's wild. Dude, I can't believe that. I just happened to have the camera out. That is insane. Whoa. That's awesome. Anyway, we're trying to figure out what to do. So a big part of me feels like I've done all this work for nothing if I have to give up on this garden. I don't know if it'll help the house sell. Probably not. I don't know. The next owners probably won't care about palm trees, and they might cut everything down and park a trailer here or something. Who knows? But if we move, there's some stuff I'm going to take with me. At first I was like, okay, we're gonna move. I can't take anything with me, but there's too much. I've got too much stuff I can't let go of. All of my hybrid palms from Patrick Schaefer, Rich Lindbergh, Scott Wallace out of Jacksonville. I've got his hybrid cycads as well. I've got some Lidocariums. I've got some Arconta Phoenix from Meg down in Cape Coral, Florida. What else? A couple random odds and ends. Trachycarpus tason and Princeps, seedlings. I've got too much stuff that's too hard to find. And it's still small enough that I can throw it in the back of the truck. I'm gonna fill up the back of the truck, or the Suburban, but yeah, I can't. Like this Djibouti agris, Jubea bibutia crossed with Syagris. How can you just let that go? No way. These bananas right here have exploded within the last month, and I think that is the reason why. That sprinkler, I finally got it dialed in to where it soaks everything really good. I had to run the little set screw in so that it distorts the spray so it doesn't spray out as far, and now it just throws a lot more volume in a smaller place. And since I did that, it pisses water the whole time it's on. It drops water straight down right within 2 feet of the base of that banana. So I think that's why that banana, it's as tall as me, 5'7". That thing has just exploded over this past month. Miscanthus is coming back strong. Clematis wilt, that sucks. That's the second Clematis armandii that I bought, and it's the second one to do that. So that sucks. I gotta show you this ivy. I can never remember the name of it. Super invasive, but it looks nice, and it doesn't seem to be a problem. It's pretty easy to control, easy to rip out. Well, I ripped some out, and look how big the base of this Trachycarpus fortunei is. It's probably 6 inches across. The only one that's bigger is my Ninetol. It's going to be kind of hard to see. Okay, Ninetol. Oh, the base is at least 8 or maybe 10, depending on how and where you measure. So, oh, that's that. And then the other thing I got to show you, because this area is starting to look super tropical. This is probably the most tropical looking area here in the garden. Got the Melianthus, Calleus, Cannas, bananas. There's Persicaria, there's ferns. Look at this wild Dryopterus sieboldii. This doesn't even look like a fern. It looks like, I don't know what it looks like. The leaves are thick and waxy and plasticky. They don't feel like any fern I've ever felt in my life. Craziness. Got the backdrop of all those Trachycarpus fronds over on that side. Yeah, this place looks, from right here, that looks nice and tropical. What do you think about it, Sierra? Tetrapanax papyrifer. This thing took 2 years to get 2 foot of trunk, and then it died to the ground this past winter. But now it started growing in June. So June, July, it's been growing for 2 months, and it's already back up to 2 feet. The trunk is already just it's within an inch of reaching parity. Like equalness, not the making fun of kind of parody. Anyway, look at this Dryopterus sieboldii too. This one's even plasticier. Plasticky, is that a word? Plasticier? It's crazy. Cat smashed this rattlesnake plantain, so I had to stake it off. I got a couple of those now. Good native plant that looks nice and wild. I've got this Camodorya radicalis survived over winter. I just threw an upside down flower pot on it, and I planted some new ones at the base of the tree where they could get a little thermal benefit from this massive tree trunk here. So, okay, I've been rambling on and on about craziness that no one cares about. Dryopterus sieboldii. Coniogramma emiensis is getting trashed by the bugs. I keep hitting it. I need to hit it again with some insecticidal soap, but they're just doing a number on it. This Butia is looking good. Butia across the pond there is taller than me, and the new, what was the newest frond is no longer the newest frond, so it's put out 2 fronds this year. It's working on opening the second frond right now. You can see it right there in the middle. And it's going to be taller than me. So hostas are taking over. Hibiscus off the chain. Asiatic lily, it's over 6 feet tall. The flower pods are finally getting big. Garden's doing very well. Phoenix robelinii, looking good. Bird of paradise is slow as molasses here in this climate. Ooh, got Schefflera fungii putting out a couple new leaves. Howia forsteriana. I was very disappointed at how much this thing's sunburnt. And this is back up on the side of the garden where it only gets maybe 2 hours of midday sun. So I didn't think it would do that. But the new leaves are bright green, nice and lush. Dicksonia antarctica back there. Okay, I need to shut this thing off. This is way too long.